Hello, everyone. We're back, and we're back with Mike Dinkel. Hey, Mike, how you doing?
Hi, very good. Thank you.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Thanks for being here. So, I'm really excited because we're going to do some spirit rescue, right?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. And again, I feel like this is really important work, and I think that and I know that you agree, right?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I used to do it a lot more than I do, but every time I get an opportunity, I really want to help as many people as possible that are, in that, I guess what the Catholics call purgatory, that space of in between the earth plane and the higher astral planes, right?
Right.
Yeah. So in your mind, how would you describe spirit rescue and how you work with it for people that haven't seen our other video because we talk about it there? How would you describe it? And then we're going to do some rescue as well.
I would describe it as working with earthbound spirits that haven't transitioned up to what many people call heaven, um, and finding out what their needs are, and how usually they contact me because they need help of some type. Um, and sometimes it's just to get in touch with people that they have a message for. Sometimes they want to cross over. Sometimes they're in fear, um, and want to know if they're going to be going to hell because of what they did, um, and that type of thing. It's quite a bit of it has to do with fear. But what
Hmm.
I've learned is they're basically humans without the body. So they're still working with the ego and with trauma and all the other stuff we work with.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. I think that we, and I think that, and I work on past life soul retrieval, which is kind of the same thing, where we get parts of us, right, are going through a traumatic experience, maybe with death or with whatever we had going on in our life, and keeps us in that. When we do die, we don't haven't realized we died, or like you said, we're in fear and we're afraid of judgment, or we don't know how to cross over, because in what the Western world, we're not really taught how to die, because
No,
we
we're
don't really
not.
die anyway, but we're not really taught how. And
Right.
so, yeah, and so helping those parts of us as well, I believe they all tie together, helps bring in those lost aspects, and they're ghosts, right? and
Yes.
um and so lots of spirits, lots. I can't even imagine how crowded the lower astral planes are, the earth plane, with spirits. I mean, I'm an out of body traveler, so I see uh, a lot of that. I've actually done that kind of work in the out of body state
Oh,
without any
wow.
preconceived notion. Just did it because
Uh-huh.
that was what happened. But yeah, it's it's disheartening to hear and to realize how many people don't are stuck, and I believe they're stuck because they don't really know that they've died, or how to move across, or that they don't feel they can.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I know. I'm going to play for the listening audience. I'm going to play a audio of an EVP through a spirit box of an actual spirit rescue. And this one is very intense, and for me, and when we were doing it, it was super intense, and every time I listen to it, I just feel the goosebumps and feel the intensity of it. And hopefully the audience can hear what I hear, and I played it for Mike, and Mike yeah
Oh, yeah.
hears the
Definitely could
spirit.
hear it.
Yeah. And I will preclude that with, I am a paranormal researcher, investigator, and as I was starting to get EVPs and working with the spirit box and things like that, I kept hearing spirits or voices saying, "Help me, help me." And because I listened back to my recordings afterwards to slow them down and try to hear things. And I realized, gosh, these people need help. It keeps coming up. And I can't remember any of them a spirit box session that I did where I didn't hear at least once someone saying help or help me. And then I learned from Steve Huff, who's a paranormal investigator. He has a huge following on a YouTube channel. If anyone's interested in learning about spirit box and helping spirit cross over, or just, you know, this type of investigation, I highly recommend him. He's done all kinds of work with helping with getting tangible proof that spirit can talk to us through these devices. So I learned from him how to help spirit cross over. And he has a really good video on helping Johnny Cash move into the light, which is another one that's pretty emotional, because he's a huge Johnny Cash fan, and he was getting Johnny Cash his voice through his electronics, through his portal or his spirit box. And he realized that he might not be in the light, and he helped him cross over, which is, I would suggest watching that video. It's really amazing. So today we're going to do some live spirit rescue, and we have it recorded. So I can look afterwards, after we do this, I can listen, because I've started getting an ear for, you know, disembodied voices since I've been doing this for, I don't know, maybe 6-7 years now, and listen to EVPs. I can hear you know, maybe the voices that we might be getting when we do these rescues. And next time, or I'll just put it up there after as a separate video, or tag on this one afterwards. And wouldn't that be cool to hear that?
Yeah.
And next time we talk or something, we can also talk about that.
Sure, that sounds great.
Yeah. Okay, so I thought I'd play the audio now, if you're good with that, Mike.
Yes, go right ahead.
Okay, let's do that. And this is a spirit named Walter that a friend and I, we were doing a session. We were doing a spirit box session. Actually, we did it on purpose so that we could help do some, we call it spirit rescue session, pretty much, crossover or whatever. And our voices are slowed down, because I do slow down the audio, so we sound like we're kind of drunk, but we're not. Okay. But it was about a 20-minute session, but I've clipped this part of it into 4 minutes. So 4 minutes and 14 seconds. So, and I also inserted my voice to help explain the voice, that what I'm hearing, if that helps. Because with a spirit box, let me explain a little bit about a spirit box. So a spirit box is a electronic device, and I have an app, and it's the Spiritist is my favorite, where it sweeps through either radio waves or word banks, and spirit uses these to bring their voice through, to make words or sentences or something like that. With this one in particular, it sweeps through word banks, so it can take those words and pull them out somehow, and you know, project those into the spirit box. I don't know how they do it, since I'm not over there doing it, but this is what I understand. And then I record everything, and then I listen afterwards and try to make sense of it. Sometimes you can hear live some really good stuff, but we obviously heard live what was going on. All right, so I'm going to start it now. Who needs help?
Walter, do you need help crossing over?
I'm going to stop it there and explain to people that a lot of times these spirit boxes, they sound distorted because it's coming through a different frequency and bringing these frequencies together. So it sounds kind of creepy at first, but once you get used to it, because I've played, I've done spirit box sessions with people and they're like, oh, that's so creepy. It's just the way it sounds to us because it's distortion.
Hello?
Right after this, it sounds like someone, maybe Walter, says, "Don't leave me." And then, yes, please.
Yes.
Right after this, it sounds like Walter or someone asks us, "Am I unclean?"
Walter, we're going to bring the light for you and any others that wish to cross over into the light or move into the light.
I can hear what sounds like, I'm assuming, is Walter say, "Thank you," warm, and then someone else, sounds like a different voice, a female voice, say, "Thank you." In this next section, I ask Archangel Michael to bring the light for these souls, and I can clearly hear who I believe is Archangel Michael answering me with yes. And then I hear who I'm assuming is Walter sobbing, saying, "I cannot believe this is possible."
Archangel Michael, please bring the light for these souls. Thank you. Yeshua, you're here. Walter, are you in the light now?
This was after the crossover, and I hear voices say, "Truth, you helped, and finally, we're free." Okay, so that is, to me, that is proof, beyond a shadow of a doubt to me, that we are rescuing spirits.
Yes, most definitely.
Yeah, and I've got lots of audio of that, of spirits being, saying things like heaven, and I hear warm a lot. So I'm wondering if hell, whatever you want to call it, that place that, or a lot of people maybe that are in, where they are not maybe in a good place because of self-judgment or whatever, is cold.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be interesting because they would be without body.
Mhm.
So that may be because it would be interesting to know whether they could feel warmth or cold without a body, but the only way to know is to go there, and I'm not
Yeah.
ready.
Yeah. The from my experience in as a out of body traveler, and where I understand working with spirit too, is that especially if you're stuck on the astral plane or on the earth plane, you don't a lot of times realize you don't have a physical body.
Right.
Yeah. And so your mind, because it's all in the mind, right? So your
Yep.
mind is what's, making things cold or hot or whatever. But I know that when I've traveled, it's very physical. It's even more physical than here.
Wow.
Yeah, very physical. And yeah, and I compare it to wearing a glove. Like I've said this before in other conversations where I've taken my guide's hand and I could feel every line and crevice on his hand. I could
Wow.
feel it. That's how intense it is, and real it is. It's more real than here. And so being here on this in this slow vibration is like where I say like wearing a glove, over our body. We don't feel the intensity like we do in the higher frequencies.
Right.
But it's just like being physical. It's just more refined.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Interesting.
okay. So Mike, are you ready to do some spirit rescue?
Sure.
You want to start out?
How would you like to do this? I mean, so normally, most of the time they come to me.
Okay.
Sometimes I can pick up on their energy, but I haven't
Uh-huh.
picked up on anybody
Okay.
with me or with you.
Okay.
Um,
Well, let me see what I can get. I mean, what I usually do is say a prayer and then ask if anyone needs help,
okay,
would need help moving across.
sure.
Okay. So I'll just say a prayer. And the people that are watching, you are welcome to join in and help any spirits in your surrounding area or where you are. And this is a really good method, one that I've learned, and my guys have helped me with it too. To help, to help anybody who might need help, because they're all around us. Spirit's always around us. They're just in a different frequency, right? Yeah, and paying attention to something else. So I'll say a prayer to bless this. Okay.
Sure.
All right, dear Divine Mother, Father, Creator, we ask that you bless this session. Today, that what we are going to do today to help any spirits cross over, and we ask our highest guidance and loved ones and angels to help, and any helpers that are willing to help with this attempt to help any spirits that any people that would like to move into the light. Okay. And we do ask for the archangels to stand watch as well, and the ascended masters to stand watch as well. And we do call on Archangel Michael to help us with any crossovers of any spirits or any, it could be animals and people as well, to become near now and join our session here and now. And we would like to get the attention of any spirits that are in need of help. We ask you to draw close. We are here to help you move across if you would like to move across into the light and you do not know how or do not wish to or do not understand why you're not in the light. So we're here to help. Okay. And we make this prayer with all the immense love and gratitude that we have for Mother, Father, Creator, and the universe in our hearts. Amen. Okay, so let's see who draws close. And if you get anyone, Mike, just go ahead and let me know.
Okay.
I'm feeling a woman to start off. I felt her during the prayer. I feel like she's in a looks like a chiffon type dress, and I'm feeling like she's probably in her late 30s, somewhere around there. And I just see her like in the ethers. She's looking at me with curiosity. The dress doesn't look modern. It looks like I'm gonna get 40s or something like that.
Yeah.
Do you have a connection with her?
Yeah, I'm picking up
Yeah.
on that also. Yeah.
Okay. She's also has a hat on. So she's dressed very nicely. She has a
Yes.
hat on. Okay. Yeah. I've got goosebumps. I'm feeling that she may have been murdered. Do you get
Yeah.
something about that, Mike, like violence or something like that?
Yeah, I could tell there was a violent impact of some type. At first, I thought it was an automobile accident, but
Okay.
it wasn't. But I see blood on her.
Yeah.
Um,
At least that's what's in her mind, is that
Right.
she was murdered, she was killed. And it could have been a vehicle accident, but it does feel that it's a traumatic event that took her life. And I feel like she knew or knows who did it. I feel like it was a lover or an ex-lover. Yeah. And what I'm feeling from her is that she hasn't been able to rest because it has gone unsolved, and he basically, as she's saying, got away with it.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So she does know she's died or passed, or left the earth, the physical body.
Right. I'm getting that as well. But she wants resolution to the to the cause of the death.
Right. So I'm going to help her understand that she's been gone a long time, and where we are is the future, and the gentleman is paying for this in his karmic lives. Okay, so he's probably already died. Yeah. Okay.
Very possibly. Yeah.
Yeah, and nothing goes unnoticed. But she also chose that experience for soul
Exactly.
growth. Yeah.
Right.
And so she can let go of that need for retribution or anything like that. All she needs to do, if she moves, is to turn around, take her attention off the earth plane and turn around and see her loved ones there, because everything, and her guides, and everything
Yes.
will make sense once she moves into the light. Oh, whew.
So yeah. So what I often tell them is that everything that we go through here on earth is for us to experience.
Mm-hmm.
And some of it is good, and some of it is what we would consider bad, but it's all an experience, and it's all something that we in another time have chosen to do and follow through with here on earth. And that includes the way that we pass,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's traumatic or whether it's just a simple falling asleep and not waking up the next morning, and letting her know that all of these things are of our choice, of our choosing, and that those that choose to do harm to others also suffer from the karmic conditions that are brought on with that.
Mm-hmm.
And I can feel her relaxing now.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt that too.
So what I would suggest is that we can create a shaft of light for her
Mm-hmm.
just by concentrating on it.
Oh, it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And asking her to go up to it
Mm-hmm.
and look in and see if you can see any of your relatives in there. They would probably be looking for you and ushering you into the light, welcoming you in. And how do you feel about that? She
She's
seems
good.
to be good with that. Yes.
She's
So
good.
just go ahead and step into the light. There we go. And there she goes.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, thank you.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay. So yeah, thank you for approaching us and for your trust.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah. I got a name. I don't like Lillian or something like that. Did you get any sense of a name?
No, I wasn't really looking or asking for that, but
I felt like Lily was a nickname, but I got like Lillian or something. But okay. So
great.
you want to do another one?
Sure.
Okay. I'm getting a male this time, and I see him in a suit. It looks like a pinstripe suit. It's like dark blue.
Yes,
That's the first thing I
it.
notice with people is their clothing, because it gives me a lot of information. Yeah, so you see him then?
Yeah, yeah, it helps us to
sense?
identify what time zone they're from,
Totally.
so to speak.
Yeah. I'm getting he's maybe he feels younger than what he's showing me his age is. I'm feeling like he's in his 40s or something, but he feels like he's in his 20s. He's telling me.
Yeah.
He feels like I'm hearing the phrase "man about town" kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, a bit of a player, so to
Yes.
speak.
Yeah. Thank you. He's got curly or wavy dark hair. He's handsome and knows it, that kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah. He's curious about what we're doing, I'm getting. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Yeah, he's got this curiosity. He's like, okay. I'm asking him if he needs help. And what I got was, I'm not sure. He's like, help with what? I'm not sure. Do I need help? So, are you happy? No. He's not happy.
No.
No.
Do you understand that you have passed on? Passed on, he says with a question mark, that you have died.
Died. Yeah. I got the same thing. Passed on?
Yeah.
What's that? Yeah. Died. I see him looking down like, what do you mean?
Right.
Yeah.
He sees himself as he was.
Yeah. So he obviously never thought about it, or
Right.
figured just, I don't feel like he had any faith kind of thing.
Right. Yeah. No
He's like,
religious.
when you're dead, you're dead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Okay. So if you're communicating with us this way, then you've obviously died. Because we are in
right.
the year 2021. What year do you remember living in?
I heard 1943.
That's what I got. I got 1945, but yeah, 40 something. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was a little confused about it. 1940, and then I heard 5. Yeah. 43, 45. Yes. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're in 2021, so I don't think you've lived that long. All right. I'm asking him his name. I'm getting like Robert or Rob.
Yeah. That's what I heard too, Bob.
Rob. Okay. All right. So do you remember anything about before? He's confused about his death. Do you get
Right.
that?
Yes. He has no idea of how he
Yeah.
even passed, it
Yeah.
seems.
Okay.
So we can definitely confirm to you that you have died, and you're earthbound, so to speak, and you can choose to stay that way, or you can ascend up to what people call heaven, and that's totally your choice. Yes, what do I think you should do?
Well, if you ask us, we'd say go into the light, go to heaven, or that,
Yes.
part of heaven, because what
Yes.
you're doing now is just you're living in a loop, and you're doing the same thing over and over and over, and you're not going anywhere. So it's time to move forward. Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
that would make sense, wouldn't it? Yeah. I'm saying, yeah,
Yes.
I'm done. He's like, I'm done with this. I'm bored.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, I'm not happy. I'm doing the same thing. You're right. I'm doing the same thing over and over. Yeah. Mike, I get the feeling he was murdered.
Ah, that would
Yeah.
explain why he doesn't know he was.
Yeah. Another one. Yeah. So that we're bringing those people through. But I get the feeling that he was murdered by someone that maybe he didn't want to accept, because it feels like betrayal, like a friend, or someone that he wouldn't expect, because I'm getting more information as I talk about it. And so that was something he couldn't accept. Yeah. He's saying it's making sense. Ooh, okay. So we're going to ask Archangel Michael to bring the light. Column of light. There we go.
Perfect.
Okay, Rob, all you have to do is turn around. Take your attention off the earth plane and turn around. There you go. Do you see the light? And your loved ones are in the light waiting for you. He said, I've done some bad things. Don't worry. There is no judgment in the light.
No, there will be no judgment.
No judgment in the light. Everything will make sense once you move across. Oh, okay.
There.
I heard him say thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whenever they move across, I
Nice.
feel that expansion in my chest.
Yeah.
Do you get that too?
Yeah, it's Yeah, exactly. An expansion in your
Expansion.
chest.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really cool.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
yeah.
Everything opens up. It just
Mm-hmm.
shifts the energy completely.
Totally. Yeah.
Uh,
That was cool.
yeah. Very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. So I was thinking of doing a group um, crossover
Okay.
with animals. Okay. And I'm just going to ask Spirit to guide us to a slaughterhouse.
Okay.
Okay. That they feel that we can be helpful with.
All right. That sounds
Okay.
good.
Does that sound good? Okay.
Sure.
Okay. And I want to tell people at home that they can do this on their own anytime. I mean, you know, it just takes some dedication and you know, meditation. Okay.
Yeah.
But
As
always
long as
ask, yeah, always ask your guides and archangels to surround you with love and light, and to stand with you if you do this work. Okay.
yes, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. What were you
Yeah.
going to say, Mike?
I was just going to say that very same thing, you know, that
Oh.
we're not doing this on our own. Our guides are, and the archangels are with us. And so
Totally.
we're well surrounded by a lot of entities that aren't seen here.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So I'd like to ask the guides that are with us today to guide us and take us to a slaughterhouse where there are animals that need help moving across the Rainbow Bridge or into the light, however you want to put it, and that need our help. We would like to be of service with that today. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I'm starting to see things. It's pretty dark.
I'm at an old wooden building where they slaughtered cows.
Yeah, I got cows too. It looks dark to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hear a lot of baying and mooing.
Right.
Yeah. And I see, I mean, it's just so packed and crowded. I can't tell the physical from the non-physical, if there is a difference, but okay, I'm asking the guides not to show us the awful part. Just lead us to the animals that need help. Okay. Okay. So, Mike, I see you, and you're next to me, and we're telepathically helping these animals. Since we're coming from the earth plane, it's easier for beings on the earth plane to see us than it is for beings to see the higher planes.
Right.
Yeah. So they see us. Do you see them seeing us?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're looking at us with their ears forward. And so we are telepathically asking them to follow us, that we can help them. They're following us.
Yes. Very good.
Yeah. And there's the column of light. There's a lot of beings there.
Yes. Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
they're
see
moving
them
across.
crossing over.
Yeah, they don't take a lot of a lot of talking to get
No.
that done.
No. And
You can just see the difference in color, can't you? I mean, from
Yeah.
like dark and drab to the green pastures and the sunshine, just the total stark difference.
Yes, quite a difference. It's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, I have so many goosebumps. I'm getting like 50,
Yeah, there's a lot.
100. They're really moving across. Oh,
Wow. Well, this is over multiple years.
yeah, totally. Yeah.
Wow.
So we can, whoops, we can,
Very good.
so we can ask them to leave that portal open until
Yeah,
all that
until the
need,
last one crosses.
yeah, until the last one crosses. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's,
There's
my
probably
gosh.
thousands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's such a shame. They put so much trust in us, feeding them and taking care of them, and we walk them into this building,
Yeah.
and then everything changes or doesn't, and they don't know the difference.
Right.
Golly.
Yeah. So we're going to ask the guides to keep that portal open for these animals, for these sacred beings to move across, and until, like you said, until the last one moves across, and then we give them permission to close it once, and we'll return if they need us again, which they obviously do. Yeah, unless this one's closed down.
Great.
Yeah. Okay. Whew, okay.
Wow.
I hear happy moves.
Yeah. Reminded me a lot of the house I did a clearing on, and in the basement, the gentleman was a hunter, and there were 15 to 30 stuffed animals down there. It was terrible, and just
Yeah.
they all couldn't understand why they were there. Why would somebody do this to them?
Wow.
You know. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I think that's good for today. What do you think?
Yeah, that's real good. Yeah.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is, I mean, I could do this all the time and every day for sure because it's
Oh,
so
yes.
needed. It
It
really
is.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll do this again.
That sounds great.
All right.
Definitely.
And I can't wait to listen to the recording and see if we hear anything. Maybe we'll hear some moves. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Okay, Mike. Well, have a good day.
You too.
Okay. And bye, everyone. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you again next time. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm supposed to say that because, you know, that's what we all say on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe so you get notices, or that's the notifications. But anyway, just please subscribe.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. All righty.